Hi guys, it's Mary. Welcome back. Today we are going to be going through and answering about 20 questions that you guys asked me a couple weeks ago on this post via the YouTube family community page. As you guys have probably guessed, because my eyes are already done, the eye look is going to be a separate video with the Blessed palette, which you have already seen. If I can keep this straight in my head. Me putting on the rest of my makeup is going to be this Get Ready With Me, where I answer your questions. And the first question actually is part of a video where I asked everybody for this, but I don't think that most people concentrated on that part of that video because there was only 2 people who asked me a question on that. So I want to backtrack to that video and pick up these 2 comments here so we can answer those questions first since they came first. If you and your family could move anywhere in the country, where would it be? Next, if your skin barrier was compromised, what products would you use? Ooh, the second question is kind of hard because that's really going to depend on your skin type and all that stuff. But if I could move anywhere in the country, it would probably be Colorado. Ever since I was a teenage girl, thought that I would love to live in Colorado. I still want to see snow. I still want to see cold. I don't mind snow and cold weather the way most people my age do. A lot of people here in Indiana are like, oh my gosh, winter, you know. But I like it. I like the winter and the fall. And the reason is because I get to pack on other clothes that hide my fat. I don't have a job and haven't had a job for a very, very long time where I actually have to go out in the weather. So I'm sure if I had to drive in it and everything else, that would impact my decision a lot. But I think that in Colorado, that and there's something legal there that's not legal here that I think would better my life. I don't know. But yeah, Colorado. As for the second part of that question about what skincare would I use if my skin barrier was compromised, honestly, if it were me and my skin barrier was compromised, I probably would go to the drugstore and get, what is it, Cetaphil? I mean, I would take it really easy for a couple of weeks with my skin and only use the bare minimum. I'd lay off everything. You know, the retinoids, all of it. I would lay off of all of it and I would just get like a sensitive skin moisturizer. That's honestly what I would do. What would be your dream vacation? Where would you go? And what would you do? And how long would you stay? Okay, well, my dream vacation won't happen. And the reason is because it's not Shy Guy's dream vacation. We're in a stalemate over the dream vacation. My dream vacation is Hawaii. And not just Hawaii. It's a cruise in Hawaii. I want to see all the islands. And I am a cruiser. At heart, I'm a cruiser. So I want to go on a cruise to do this. How long would we stay? As long as I could book that cruise for. The Shy Guy's dream vacation is Israel. And I want to go there. I'm just afraid to go there. I would love to walk in the steps of my Lord and Savior, just like he does. But I'm a little more afraid of what goes all around on. Anyway, I would like to go to Hawaii. He wants to go to Jerusalem. And we're not going anywhere because we're in a stalemate. Such a big part of fritziness comes from your singing. Who are your favorite bands, favorite songs, any new bands that you've gotten into lately? I wouldn't say new bands. I like some singers that are popular right now, like Meghan Trainor, of course, Taylor Swift. I've told you guys in the past that I'm a Swiftie. I'm a 61-year-old Swiftie. I like various artists, Bruno Mars, you know, I mean, just there's too many. I just love music so much, and I'm all over the place with genres. When you say band, to me, the first thing that pops in my head is big band, Glenn Miller, Louis Prima, Fats Waller, you know, stuff like that era and that kind of music. But then I'm like, oh, that's not what she meant. So REO Speedwagon, Rush, you know, just Nazareth, 70s, 80s, you know, I mean, just everything that you guys like, I like. Okay, Queen. I typically, though, if I'm just going to put on music and clean the kitchen or do whatever, I won't lie to you, it's 80s music mostly. Pop 80s is what I listen to on the steady. I like all kinds of genres, all kinds of music. Everything from big band to hip hop, I like it. I've been thinking so many questions I could ask. I love your stories. So here's the one I've chosen. You and Shy Guy are very mischievous together. Oh, if you even knew a quarter of it. I will never tell that stuff here. I'm guessing you got into fun trouble together when you were young, school or thereafter. If so, what's your best memory of this? You don't have to answer, but reminiscing is always fun. Okay, I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you because I'm Fritzy. Glitzy, Fritzy. You know, like James Bond. Glitzy, Fritzy. You do not even know how loaded that question is. Okay, it's a book, okay? Let's just say that. It's a book that will never be written. It's like the census, okay? We have to wait until those that can be hurt aren't here anymore before we can tell that story. No, I'm just kidding. Sort of. Okay, well, one time, let's go back to freshman year because I was still in the band. I'm going to go ahead and use this new Haus concealer today. I want to try it out for a full day with the Haus foundation, but I wanted to do a video where I took Haus and their new concealer and Lancome's new Care and Glow concealer and their Care and Glow foundation up against each other, just because I want to know. Let me know if you would rather see a side-by-side of like Lancome Care and Glow concealer and foundation against Haus's concealer and foundation on the other side, you know, or, you know, top 5 best concealers for mature skin. I don't know. Let me know that below, what you think. But today, since I want to try this, you know, going out and wearing it and stuff, I'm going to go ahead and use Haus's new concealer, and I've not done this yet. And now let's get to the answer of the question. I know this takes place freshman year because I'm still in the band at this point, and I quit the band very shortly after I started high school when I realized that they were phasing out the majorette. The whole reason I was in the band was to be the majorette. Okay, that was the whole purpose of me twirling and everything else, was to actually be my high school's majorette. But after I started high school, they did away with majorette. So I'm like, well, I don't even like playing the clarinet or being in the band, so I am out of here. Him and I had this bad habit, and, you know, we were kids, so we'd never thought that maybe the teachers were like talking about students in their break room or the teacher's lounge, right? I mean, this, now that we're adults and we know this stuff, makes total sense that that's what was happening. And so these teachers were on the lookout for this behavior. But what would happen is he would get out of class, say he had to go to the bathroom or whatever, and then he would come show up at whatever class I was at in the window and be like, and then I would say I had to go to the bathroom. We're so original. I would say I had to go to the bathroom, and then I would get out, okay, and then we would go make out somewhere in the lockers or whatever. Oh, why does this seem so orange on me now? It does. It doesn't look like the right shade. I could stand and would buy this foundation again in a lighter shade. That's how much I love this foundation. This particular day, he comes to the band room because we had this bright idea. See, after I got to high school, I saw that, you know, when you are practicing for like band tests, this particular high school anyway, I don't know, maybe they all do, but the band rooms had practice rooms. Like they were like little closets that you could go into. It was just like a chair was in there, a music stand, and then you would go sit in there and play your instrument and practice. But we decided that we were going to do that. We were going to go in the band practice room and close the door. No one would know we were in there. Just go boogie. All right. Well, apparently the word was out, okay, that if Mary leaves to go to the bathroom, you might want to go check. She's probably meeting this boy, and they're, you know, they've been caught before doing this, so probably that's what's going on. So we're making out in this room, and the band teacher opens the door on us. Just saying, that was rather embarrassing. Does anyone in your family have a love for makeup the way you do? No. That's why I'm on YouTube. Okay, I take that back. My niece-in-law, okay, she loves makeup a lot, but, you know, I have totally saturated her with all kinds of makeup, so she probably don't like it anymore. No, I don't know. She doesn't have a job now where she's allowed to do that, where she's allowed to wear a lot of makeup. So, you know, she's young, YouTube audience, loves the makeup, but no, there's no one who's like me. I'm just going to white out my lips here. No one like me. In fact, not only do they not like it, they don't get it. Do you ever miss your old job as an x-ray technician? I hope that's the correct title. Technician's okay, yeah. Shorten it to tech, better. Technologist. In certain areas, I don't know why, but they find technician is a insulting term. At the hospital I was at, it was an insult to be called a technician, but you know, I mean, I never took offense to it the way others did, but other people took offense to that, like we're button pushing monkeys or something. And it is a lot more than that. But it also varies hospital to hospital how you feel. I mean, I've worked at hospitals where they thought x-ray techs were the bottom of the pile, were like dog dung, and a huge rivalry between x-ray and surgery. Right? And I've also worked at hospitals where the surgery techs and everyone else in the hospital treated me like I was next level God. So, you know, it just depends place to place, I guess. But yeah, x-ray tech. Do I miss it? Yes. If I'd have stayed at the hospital instead of venturing off, doing my own thing and having my own businesses and stuff like that, I probably would have a better retirement package. I have not been smart about putting back money for retirement. I was busy raising kids and not thinking about that, living paycheck to paycheck. And I know that more of you than not are in that same boat. So you don't feel like an idiot, but I thought about this way too late. Had I stayed at the hospital and someone made me understand 401ks. When I left the hospital, I thought that all that time I worked there, which was 16 years, I didn't know I was supposed to be putting money into something. I thought they were doing it. Like I was just going to retire and they were going to give me money. I know that's silly, but that's what I thought. So yeah, I just don't have the retirement that I should. Anyway, I miss x-ray because of that, because it was a steady paycheck with benefits. You know what, Gina, now that I'm saying that, I just don't know. Because, I mean, I miss the people that I knew then. I mean, I definitely miss the stories and the things that happened. But that job is also partially responsible for what's wrong with my back. You know what they say about hindsight, you know? I mean, so as I'm saying that to you, I'm forgetting all about that. And I'm just thinking, oh, well, you know, if I'd have stayed at the hospital, I might have had a better retirement situation. Maybe I would be in a wheelchair right now. I don't know. I admire your passion for makeup. I still do love makeup, but not as much as I used to. Do you apply full makeup every day or just when you go out? I do love makeup and I love to play with it. And before I got hurt, yeah, I would put on makeup at least 3 or 4 times a week. If there's a day where like I'm going over to my mom's to help her out with things and stuff, and I'm going to be outside applying a lot of sunscreen, no, I don't wear makeup. Just give me sunscreen or give me makeup. I don't like the two together. But anyway, this last time I got hurt, I would be lying if I told you that I was in here putting on makeup. In fact, if I'm being honest with you, I've been lazy on my skincare as well. The only thing I'm doing with any real regularity is the Naira laser, and that is because I have to. I accepted those lasers, so I need to do what I'm supposed to be doing with it. Have you done your top faves in each category lately? I don't think I have, actually. I don't think I've done my top faves lately. You don't think you have? The answer to that is no, I have not done that. It is on my list to film, though. One product that makes me feel like $1,000,000. Mascara. Mascara makes me feel like $1,000,000. I should probably say eyeshadow. I should probably go, this, please go buy this so I can retire. I love eyeshadow and I love playing with eyeshadow, but I don't feel like my eyeshadow is at its until mascara. I just feel like, this is pomade, by the way. It is not supposed to be used like this, but I keep doing it. I keep using this Sydney Grace pomade as a contour on my nose. It's perfect. Perfect color, goes on real easy. Easy to like fix if you get too much, you know, it just, Anyway, I feel like mascara just has a way of making your eyes open up bump your eyeshadow. I just don't feel like I look my best until I have on my mascara. So I guess mascara is going to be the one product that I'll say that makes me feel like $1,000,000 because it takes everything to the next level. The next question asks about what would be my last meal. Like if I knew I was going to die or something, what would be the last meal that I would want? Which I guess would be my favorite meal, right? I go back and forth, I go back and forth between Mexican, Italian, and, just American food. But I think my favorite meal is filet mignon, medium well, with a loaded baked potato and a big old salad. And if I have room, which I pretty much never do, but I do love a pizookie. A pizookie is one of those cookies that comes in a round tin and it has ice cream on it and syrup. Didn't answer this question about when was the last time I ate it. So the last time that I ate that meal was September the 14th when my mom and my sister and I went to celebrate Daddy's life on Earth, and we went by the cemetery, and then we went to our favorite steakhouse and ate afterwards, and we've decided that that will be a tradition. Have I thought about doing a vlog? I did do vlogs. They're called the Fritzy Life vlogs, and I stopped doing them. We're not the kind of people, and I'm not the kind of people that just go places all the time. So whenever I would go anywhere, it would be with my family, of course, and every time that we go somewhere, I've got the camera out, so I'm not present in the moment. And now, Shy Guy has revised his thoughts on this as we get into retirement. Maybe we can transition into a vlog together, but at the time, everyone was getting upset with me because, it's like they want me to do this, but then when I pull out the camera, I don't think that they understood how much time is required in it, to tell you the truth. And so when I would pull out the camera, they're like, do you have to be filming everything we do? Yeah, that's called a vlog. That's what we're doing here. We're doing a vlog. So yes, I have done vlogs. There's a whole playlist of them, mostly driving around in the car because we don't go anywhere or do anything. Shopping with my girlfriend, there's a few in there. I saw one the other day. I watched it because I knew that my dad would be in it and I wanted to see him again. So that's the situation on the vlog. The next question wants to know how Mel and I became friends. I've told this before, but as most things, it's probably buried inside of something. I do this a lot. It's really not to my advantage. I would make more money studying how these other YouTubers do things. They don't do this. They would never take this and bury it inside of this kind of a video. All right? They would actually do a video about this. Because I keep doing that, it's hard to know where my content is. Okay, but I have told this story before. It was after I cut off my hair. This is how I found Mel. Okay, I cut off my hair. I wanted to know, how do you style your hair kind of punky when you have short hair? And so I went looking for this. And when I did, I came... It never fails. I always do this. I always try and put on my lip liner while I'm talking, and I get my lips uneven. Well, I think my lips actually are uneven in the first place. Anyway, so Mel had a video out on styling her hair, okay? And I thought, that was a really good video. And then like most channels that I watch, if I like the content, I might go back and, look at other content. So I did. And when I did, I saw that she was bald. And I thought, that poor beautiful girl, she has cancer. Okay. So basically, then I went back to the beginning of her channel because I wanted to know her story. And as I was coming through her channel, I was making comments on every video. Okay, so when you do that, there's a few of you here who have done that, okay? Jane is popping off the top of my head. She has watched, I would say, every video I've got. I know this because Jane started at the back and she started coming forward, and every time she watches a video, she makes a comment, okay? So I know that Jane knows me pretty good because, all right, so that's what I did initially. And the more I watched her, the more I realized that this girl was my oldest daughter's age. She actually could be my daughter, okay? We have a lot in common. A lot of the things that she is teaching and showing for technique with makeup and stuff, we actually did a long time ago, right? You know this. If you're watching me, you're probably my age, so you know this. Nothing's new under the sun. So, you know, she's teaching things and showing techniques that I use just with different things. Like maybe I blended with a Kleenex, but it was still the same principle, just different tools. Anyway, so I got to talking with her initially in comments. And then I came to the video where she used to love the La Mer powder. And I got to that video and discovered that I actually have a brand new one of these, okay? And they were discontinuing this powder she loved. So I actually have a brand new one of these, and I'll send it to her because I'm not using it. It's not my favorite powder. It's her favorite powder. I'll send it to her. So I sent her the powder, and she just, I don't know, we just started talking. At that time, we were talking on the telephone, okay? So we started talking on the telephone, texting each other, FaceTiming each other and stuff. And then Marco Polo came into it, and that took everything to a whole new level because neither one of us had to be available right then to talk to each other. You could do it live, and we did that live a lot, but you could also like leave a message, a video message, or an audio or whatever. But we loved Marco Polo because while we were usually up at the same time, we were both usually filming around the same time. So we might talk to each other live on Marco Polo while we were getting ready for our videos. But, you know, maybe then later I thought of something or vice versa. And so, you know, we used Marco Polo a lot. And it's really upset me that these videos are now gone because I would replay them. For me, yes, I know that she was gone, but in a way she wasn't gone. See, for me, yeah, she's gone, but I still have our intimate conversations that I can listen to when I miss her. And those, for some reason, didn't upset me like her videos do. Her videos I can barely watch on YouTube. It's just, but the conversations, it felt like she was still here. So I could fool myself for a little bit that, it, you know, Mel's here. And now she's not. Those conversations are gone. And I don't have them anymore. Now, I did have the foresight right after she passed to screen record about 20 of them. Okay? But they were the last ones we had. So the first ones I don't have, you know. And it's very upsetting to me. I don't know what happened. I don't know if her account got deleted on that side. I know that Marco Polo will get rid of polos of a deceased person after 2 years of inactivity. Okay, I'm back, and I decided to just put a jacket on over the top of my tank shirt because while it's 80 degrees outside, it's going to be freezing in the restaurant. I know that. We woke up, it was 56 degrees. Now it's 83 degrees. At dusk, it'll be heading back down into the low 60s, so you know, it's jacket weather here in Indiana. My favorite, by the way. All right, let's go ahead and finish off here then. Favorite shows you like to watch? Books, other YouTube channels you enjoy. I just finished The Rookie. My grandson who lives in Virginia, he loves that show. He wants to be a policeman when he grows up, he says. So he likes to watch The Rookie, and he wants to be like John Nolan. So I, of course, wanted to have a show in common with him, so I started watching it. I really liked that, so I just finished that up. But, you know, pretty much my mom, my sister, my aunt, my brother, we're constantly texting each other movies, shows to watch, so I'm all over the place. I'm currently waiting, like a lot of you, for this writer's strike to be over so that our shows will come back. You know, I'm anxious to get back to Yellowstone. I guess that's going to be the last season coming up, but I really want to see the second season of 1923. I want these shows to come back. I just finished Murdoch Mysteries, so I'm caught up on that, and canceled Acorn. I don't read books at this. I might pick them up again after I retire, but YouTube keeps me way too busy, and by the time that I'm done with the computer, the only way I read a book these days is if it's read to me, like on Audible or something like that, which I don't have. So I don't really read books. I used to read books all the time, and I love books like John Grisham, the kind of style that he writes in. I love John Grisham, Sandra Brown. Those are just two that jump off the top of my head. I've got a few like them that when I had Chirp books, I listened to that. For the most part, I'm more of a music listener. If I'm not going to be messing with the computer and YouTube, it's usually music. YouTube channels. You might think that I watch a lot of beauty channels. I should. I should be watching other beauty channels so that I know, what their thoughts are on things. I got a few I watch steady because they're my friends, okay? So I watch them. And there are some channels, like I like Jen Phelps. She's a dead-on ringer for me foundation-wise. I mean, we are dupes when it comes to coloring and skin tone. And so I always watch Jen to see what color I should get in something. Occasionally, I'll watch something from like Allie Glines or something like that. But for the most part, I'll tell you what, I'm not watching beauty YouTube. If it's at nighttime and I'm trying to go to sleep, I don't watch ASMR because I don't want to trust my brain to someone else manipulating it. I mean, I don't know. They could wait till I get to sleep and then put a thought in my head that I should rob a bank or something. I don't know. I know this is being weird, but I just don't want to trust my sleeping brain to just anybody. And besides that, some things, I mean, like that kind of stuff, that sends me up a tree. I like soft-spoken whispering, maybe putting on some makeup. The kind of, you put on makeup but you don't even talk. Like the only thing that you hear is like the opening of a bottle. You're just hearing sounds that people make when they're getting ready, but they're not talking. That kind of an ASMR I like. But a lot of them, they're like, oh, this stuff where they go, oh my God, I just want to rip your face off if you do that to me. And I just did that to you. When I want to go to sleep and relax, I have been turning on these 3 and 4 hour videos of Korean bakeries. I like watching them make the donuts, make the cakes, decorate the cakes. I just lay there and I watch, and then eventually I drift off to sleep. I always watch videos on YouTube about how to do something. So like if I don't know how to do something, I'll look that up on YouTube. And anywhere I can get the news of what's going on in the beauty world. Somebody just feed it to me, okay? Because I don't have time. So Jen Loves is a channel I watch all the time because she has What's Up in Makeup. So I know what's coming down the pike if I listen to Jen Loves on Sunday. And I also will turn into the live stream most of the time because I need to know what's going on out there in the beauty space. So occasionally I will listen to a channel called Spillish. I think it's called Spill Sesh, maybe. It's a gossip channel, sort of. She just basically gives the lowdown on what's going on in the beauty community because quite frankly, I don't watch some of these people, but because I'm in this space, I need to know what James Charles is doing. I need to know what Jeffree Star is doing. I can't stomach either one of them. I am not going to watch their content, but I'll watch her so that I know what's going on because I should know what's going on in my own space, right? So, wow, that was a long answer. This one says, what makes you and Shy Guy such a success? Did I say we were? No. It's probably that we don't talk a lot. You can get into a lot of trouble talking. No, I don't know. Is it because our wagons are hitched together and we know it? No. We've just been with each other so long at this point, and we've been through so much together at this point that is there anything else? I can't imagine being with anyone other than him. And I don't want to be with anyone other than him. And he's like that with me. We're very comfortable with each other. How can you not be after all this time? I do remember when Mary had hormones. I remember those days. One of the things that he used to do that ticked me off the most was constantly blame everything on PMS. I'm like, dude, did it ever occur to you? It's you. All right, it is you, not me. But, since Mary's hormones ran out, it's just like, okay, I can't think. Like, what do we fight about? The only thing we really don't get along about these days is if I'm hurting. It only happens when I get to a point where I'm hurting, okay? Because I baby and pamper everybody in my life. And when I'm hurting, I can't. So it makes me mad if they don't jump to and give to me what I would give to them. So that's probably the only thing. But if you back me into a corner, I'm going to probably tell you it's God. It's our beliefs in God and what we're supposed to be doing. We're very united on that front. We both have the same belief. That's all I know. Hi, my sweet girl. My brown hair is about half gray now. She's 64. Did you have any trouble with needing to change makeup colors you used? Yeah, I did. And usually used with your hair before it turned gray, more gray. Before I was gray, I loved the warm colors. I loved the oranges. And I'm neutral. Okay, so let's understand that. I have a neutral undertone. So even with my hair this color, I can pull off both. There are some people who will tell you, oh, I don't like you in warm colors. Okay, but the truth is I can actually pull off warm colors too. I just prefer more cool tones now that I'm gray. But before, all of my eyeshadows and stuff, they were warmer palettes. And of course, they were putting out a lot of warmer palettes, but I'm talking modern Renaissance. Can you think that far back to ABH Modern Renaissance? Burgundy, orangey, burnt brown, those colors went very well with my skin tone and my hair then. It's like my hair helped me pull off all those colors. I don't enjoy using orangey sunset kind of eyeshadow with my hair this way. So yeah, it was a trial period in there where I was like, I don't like that anymore. Now I have since learned through trial and error how I can wear those colors. I still don't prefer them, but I have learned how I can pull off a sunset eye. I think you probably will go through that. And if you're not a neutral undertone, you may have more of a problem than I did. What type of YouTube content or comments make you really happy, sad, or mad? Any comment that I get from you guys makes me happy. I love to read your comments. I hope I'm always able to correspond back to your comments. Your comments in general, the Fritzy family. What makes me mad is if somebody comes along and they try to cheat or manipulate you guys in the comment section. That makes me burning hot mad when I see one of these guys and I don't know what their thing is. Okay, I don't know, what do they think they're going to do here, unless it's get you off in a conversation with them and then what, scam you out of your stuff. I don't know, but they have an agenda and I hate that. That ticks me off so bad. And sometimes I won't get to it quick enough and one of you will actually respond back to the person and I'm like, oh, come here, I'm gonna just to that person because I think that they're trying to harm one of you. I don't like it and it makes me sad when I see, and it doesn't happen very often. It's only happened maybe 2 times in the whole time I've been here, where you guys are arguing amongst yourself. Like I said something and it made one of you upset and you said something back and then that caused somebody to jump on there and start fighting, okay? That upsets me. I don't want you guys to fight with each other, especially with me in the middle of it. I would say 99% of the comments that are on my channel make me happy. I'm so happy. My favorite part is you, corresponding with you. Last one is latest skincare routine. You know what? That probably should be a video. I mean, I could drag all that in here, but it would take forever to go through it all. But in a word to condense, I'm trying to get back into my Mad Hippie routine. It's really kind of a combination of Mad Hippie and Lancome for the most part. I would like to get back into and have got a bunch new Mad Hippie. I probably should do a video about my updated skincare routine, but you know what happened? The last video that I did in skincare related things didn't do so well. And that video was called Gadgets That I May or Might Use or whatever. That was the one, while we're on that subject. Zuvi paid me. I called out and blasted Zuvi for sponsoring a video they never paid me for. Okay, well, they paid me on September 19th. So I'm thinking they probably saw that video, right? So I just wanted everybody to know who didn't know. I still won't stand behind that because that was just wrong and I shouldn't have to put a company on blast to get my money, but they did pay me. All right, this video is long enough, so let's just scooch out of here, right? I want you guys to know that you are the best part of the Fritzy family. And if you're not having a blessed day, the way that you get one is to be a blessing to somebody else. Until next time, love you, see ya, bye, and I'm out.
Music, all kinds of genres. So I know that this takes place freshman year. Peter, You little disco boogie, disco boogie, oh, disco boogie, disco boogie. The only thing I'm doing with regularity, I don't think I have, actually. I don't think I've done my top faves lately. What have I done for you lately? Apparently not that much. What have you done for me lately? Yeah, this is nasty. It's all watered down. Nasty. Nasty Coke. Don't mean a thing. The fries were terrible, too. Few times I've been around that track, but it's not just gonna go down like that, cause I ain't no holla back girl. I ain't no holla back girl. It's like a never-ending story over here, right? It's just never-ending story. My next career is singing. And until next time, love you, see ya. Bye. What do we... Bye. Bye. Bye.